Hey guys, we're at Cherry Hill Mercedes-Benz. Just got our new power steering hose from Cherry Hill Mercedes-Benz. Hooked us up. Let's go get the job done.
Hey guys, let's have some fun.
And today you have a power steering hose, and we gonna deal with it. All right, guys, we gotta get back on the road. Car got stuck at the house. All right, guys, these are the tools we're going to be dealing with. Great stuff. All right, guys, these are the tools we're going to be dealing with. A 22 millimeter, a 3/8, a T-star Torx, and 3/8. All right, guys, I'm going to start right here. First up, you look down here, we're going to be installing the power steering hose. All right, this is my hose, what's left of it. It was leaking right in this area, so I cut it. And what I did was put a pipe inside of it and 2 clamps, and then I clamped it together and I wrapped it with wire. It didn't work, it blew right out. So there's no way to fix this except for getting a brand new hose. All right, guys, this is what we're going to do. Starting up first. All right, guys, you want to take this off. You have access to everything. I'm gonna show you guys a picture of the hose so you can see what it looks like. All right, guys, stay there. All right, guys, this is what we doing. All right, this is how it look once it's installed. It goes like this. So what it is a screw here. You can look in the picture. You can see the screw on the side. You just put that over. You put the screw in. You tighten it up, and you're gonna go from here to your power steering line. Reservoir is called. You're gonna go ahead and tighten that up, and then you're gonna be done. But let's check it out, guys. All right, we're gonna start here. I'm gonna go ahead with the 22 millimeter. Which is going to be this guy right here. I'm going to get in there. There's plenty of room, guys, so don't worry about nothing. You're going to go ahead and loosen this guy right here up. All right, guys, then you can take your hand. All right, I'm gonna save that. All right, guys, we've removed this screw here from off of this. Take a good look. This is where your power steering go. If you look on here, you're gonna see a hole in here. It's a nut. You take that off. All right, guys, I don't want to lose nothing. Next up, we're going to use the star. And here, all right, guys, this is what happened. Around here, it was leaking very bad. So what I did was cut it and try to make something to hold me over, and it didn't work. But so what I'm going to do is, all right, guys, this is how the steering hose, the power steering hose comes. It comes like this. The clamp in here, and then you mount it up. In my case, I bent mine's up to fix the leak around here, and I taped it. I put adhesive, everything, nothing worked. So we got the new hose from Cherry Hill Mercedes-Benz. They hooked us up. All right, guys. So we're not going to be using this wrench to which is this is the 3/8. We're not going to be using this because I already bent it up. So what I'm going to do is keep the original clamp just on the engine and just take those 2 screws out, which are Allen screws. Excuse me, Torx. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that out. All right, guys. Next step, that's number one. Number two is to go ahead and take these guys off. All right, 1, 2. All right, guys. So what we're doing is we're throwing this out, and we're going to use the same Mercedes-Benz original ones. Also, those are originals too. Those are from Cherry Hill. But I'm just going to go ahead and leave that mount there, and then I'm going to bend that back down once we get everything snugged and tight. All right, guys. You got 1 and 2. Here goes the third step, guys. I'm going to sit this over here so I don't lose it. We need to go in now and move the main hose, which is going to be this guy right here, 3/8. We're going to be using this to get in here to move the second hose. All right, guys, next, you want to pull this guy right here out. If you can see, it's a hose on the left and it's a hose on the right. The hose on the left is we're going to be replacing. So I'm going to go ahead and put an O-ring on this one because I'm looking. So, guys, when you take this out, double check to see if an O-ring is on there. If not, go ahead and put one on there. That's what I'm going to do right now. All right, we got our O-ring right here. We're going to go ahead and put our O-ring on this baby. This is the low pressure line. You have a high pressure line and a low pressure line. All right, so we got that on there. We got our O-ring on now. That way nothing will leak. I don't think you're going to get a leak anyway. All right, let's get her on again. All right, guys, we got our O-ring on. Now we're safe. Nothing's going to leak. All right, guys, next step is you're going to go ahead and grab your new hose. And I told you, so it's going to go just like this. This is the same exact one. It's the low pressure hose. Cherry Hill gave me 2. So I got the low pressure line and the high pressure line, but the low pressure line, nothing's wrong with it. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and connect that like that. We're going to put our screw back in. Let's go do that. Let's get her done. All right, guys, this is the next move. There's plenty of space down here. So I'm going to go ahead and lay this puppy down. Start putting them back in. I'm going to go ahead and do our new one first. All right, guys, as you can see right down here, this is what we're working with right here. So what you're going to do, you're going to go ahead and hook that hook onto the power steering hose. I slid my screw in, tighten her up a little bit. Now I'm coming back behind it with my ratchet. We're going to tighten it up. Let's see how this works. We're going to go in reverse. Got a little extension on it. And we're going to see. Make sure you get it snugged. All right, guys, I'm gonna try with that. Make sure we in there nice and snugged. And we are. Make sure, guys, you get a long one of these guys if you're doing the power steering hose. These are connectors. Make sure you go long. If I went a little bit longer, I would have been fine, but I didn't check the toolbox to even see. But all right, if anything squirts out, we'll just adjust that. All right, guys, next up is going to be putting this back on the reservoir. Let's do that. All right, so you got this guy right here. You're gonna come on around. Start getting ready for this puppy right now. All right, guys, you're gonna have 2 copper washers. You're gonna go ahead. You're gonna put one on this side. All right, guys. You're gonna go ahead, put this through first. Copper washer. That's first. Now you're gonna go through the hole, and then you're gonna put another copper washer on that baby. And you're gonna go down here. You're gonna line it up. There's the hole. All right, we got the big nut in from off the reservoir. See if we can tighten it up and wrap this thing up. And I am a grease monkey today for you guys. I don't go too tight, but you want it tight. I can give it one more. All right, guys. Was removing it from the clips. Was going in the bottom where it hooks on inside the engine, which is the power, the pressure line. Tightened that up. We came over here. We tightened the nut, the reservoir, and now we're going to put our clips in here. We're going to go ahead and put our clips in here. But before we even do that, I'm going to put some power steering fluid in there and fire up. See, it lays. I'm going to have to put the clips back on this way, and then I'm going to have to bend it back down. But for now, let's see what we got. All right, guys, we're going to pour some power steering inside. We don't want to put too much because we want to check it afterwards. I'm going to go ahead and put the cap back on. We're going to fire up. See where it spills at. I think we did a good job. Let's see. That clip in the back wasn't really hard to get at. I just want to make sure I tightened it up enough. All right, we're going to fire up, guys. And then we're going to go through the steps. Make sure everything is good. All right, guys, I'm going to throw a little bit more in there. Go ahead and fill her up. Not fill her up, but enough. Then we're going to fire it up. All right. I'm going to wipe everything down. Get this out. All right, Mace, fire her up. All right, over here. All right, we got our power steering hose in, guys. Nothing is leaking. Check it out. Nothing is leaking. All right, Mason, turn the steering wheel that way. All right, the other way, son. The other way, all the way, all the way, all the way, all the way, Mason. All the way, good stuff. Good stuff. All right, the other way. We got to bleed it out. Yeah, keep doing that. Go back the other way. We got to bleed it out. Go back the other way. Keep going. There you go. Keep going. Good stuff, Mace. All right, guys, we finished the power steering hose. Got a little noise coming on, but once everything's bleeded, and that should go away. All right, guys, the last step is going to be this, but I'm not going to be using this. I'm going to use my original one. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna take these two clamps, I'm gonna put them over the hose, put the screws back in, the star screws, and I'm all done. No leaks, nothing's dripping. I think we did a great job. So anybody who replacing a power steering high pressure line, you could do it yourself. I have a little bit of experience, but the first step, I smell all the oil and stuff burning off of the engine. Our third and final step, this is the clamp here that goes on that, the power steering hose goes on top of it, which I'm going to show you right now. It goes on top like this. We're going to take our clip, we're going to go on there. We're going to get one of our Torx up here. All right, our second screw. Stars T, I should say. All right, guys, we got that on. Make sure you get it nice and snug. Then we're gonna take our crowbar. We're gonna take our crowbar. We're gonna push this down right on the plate. We're gonna go all the way down. Bend it right where it goes. Look how pretty that came out. All right, we down there nice and snug now. All right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and fire the car up. Mason, go ahead and fire the car up. Make sure everything's good to go. Last step, guys. All right, guys, everything's quiet now. We got our power steering hose in, and it was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm gonna do a quick recap on what was done. You can go ahead and shut it off, Mason. Everything's quiet now. Hey guys, when you first start, you're gonna hear all this kind of noise coming from the power steering hose. It's gonna be making all these loud noises. It's gonna sound like it's, you know, it's really, really bad, but it's not. Once you bleed it, steering wheel goes to the left and the steering wheel goes to the right. You bleed it out real good, then everything's quiet. All right, guys, quick recap on what we did. I'm gonna take you guys step by step. It's only 3 steps, guys. It's only 3 steps. All right, guys, what we did, our 22 millimeter, we went right in here with our 22 millimeter. You can see this big bolt right here. I'm pointing it, I'm touching it. 22 millimeter, you go right in there. That's step 1. Don't forget to move this out the way so you can have space to work in there. All right, guys, that's step 1. All right, guys, step 2 was 238 ratchets right here, guys. 238 ratchets. I only used 1 because remember we had a busted bolt down there, but anyway, we figured it out. And then your other 3/8, guys, is right here when you want to go into your hole. It's plenty of space when you want to get all the way in there to your hole. That's step 2. And step 3 is going to be the power steering hose mount. All right, guys, everything's quiet. Everything worked out perfect. There's something you could do yourself. You know, you have a little bit of skill, something you could do yourself, save your money. And it's fun to come out and hang out with your boy. And Mason learning a lot of this stuff. And don't forget, guys, if you do have a busted bolt or you can't get the WD-40 to get the plate off, use the same plate. But make sure you take your crowbar, guys. Go right into the metal part. Don't even bother with the hose. Just go right into the metal part. And you go ahead and bend that down. And it gives you the factory look, which is perfect. Don't forget to make sure check your power steering fluid. And that's about it. Hey guys, I want you to check out my guy Paige here. He always helped me out on Mercedes-Benz parts. Every time I get stuck on a hard project, I could give this guy a call. He right overseas. And I love his work. And check out these engines he got. Mercedes-Benz engines.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video.
All right, guys. Flashy cars, 5 stars. Like, share, and subscribe. Hey, guys, we went from this. As you can see here, I tried to make a connection, a hole. So what I did was got some clamps. I put a piece of hose in there that's open. I clamped it. And on each side, I left the clamps out. I put wire on each side. And guess what, guys? It blew off. Nothing works except for a brand new power steering line from Cherry Hill Mercedes-Benz. I tried it all. So this is what we had left, guys. A lot of you guys didn't know I was a mechanic, but I do it all. Flashy cars, 5 stars. Like, share, and subscribe.